I look crazy because I don't think you could see the cat, and I'm just like, meh. Oh, hello. Are you gonna come say hi? My cats are very needy. I mean, they always are, but I've had them closed up in my guest room for the last week because of these repairs going on in my house. And they just got to come out today, and Lily is in distress, just walking around the house howling. Oh, baby. Oh, you're so excited to be out. Oh, you're so cute. I'm sorry you had to be all cooped up. Yeah. Oh, jeez. And I've been not staying here. So they've been cooped up and without their mother. And they are very needy for affection, so. Yes, I know, baby. Oh, you're such a good baby. You're such a good baby. Oh, wow, purrs. Thank you. She normally does not like when she's on camera. Oh, but you just want some love, huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to sit right here? You can sit. It's okay, that's just your brother. Anyway, well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Joshana and Lily here. I don't think you can see her other than maybe her rump in front of me. But yeah, doing a tag video today that I saw. Okay, where? You just relax, yeah? Can you sit, please? Yeah, okay. You're on my Just sit down. Sit down. Oh my gosh, so stupid. Yeah, this is a This or That, the fantasy edition that Andy Reid's did recently, and hers was the original. I will have it linked down below, of course. And yeah, it's just like a this or that thing. So I will kind of probably rapid fire through this, I would imagine. Standalone or series? I definitely prefer series just because, I mean, standalones are cool if you get like a really solid one. But I don't know, I have found that if I come across a standalone I like, I'm like, well, I wish there were more, you know? I want more in the series, in the world. Multi-POV or single? I think it really depends. It really depends on the story. And like, I guess if for fantasy, I tend to prefer multiple point of view, but how many depends. Because I don't think every book needs to have, 12 POVs. But sometimes that is a little bit more like necessary for the world. So it just depends. But I do think having multiple point of views for fantasy tends to be beneficial, I guess. YA or adult fantasy, definitely I lean towards adult these days. Young adult books that are toward a young adult audience, I still can enjoy them here and there, but I think I've aged out for the most part. I don't think they are less than adult by any means. I am not one of those people that's like, ugh, YA, ew, or anything like that. But I do want my adult books to feel like they're toward an adult audience. I don't like it when an adult book feels way more juvenile, because I'm like, why wasn't this just for a young adult? Because the tone can be very different. And obviously the characters, their ages tend to be different, and they behave differently. And there is nothing wrong with teenagers behaving like teenagers, and when you are a teenager or closer to the age of a teenager, it's still more relatable at that point. You can understand. You're like, like those feelings and those behaviors are still so recent. But once you're 36 years old, just into my 30s, I was starting to feel like I'm really annoyed with these dumbass kids too much. I need to stop reading these because they're not for me. And if I'm feeling this way about it, then I just need to stay away for the most part, because I'm just going to pick them up and then be like, ugh, dumb. Like, learn the lesson, Joshana. So I did, and I don't pick young adult up a lot anymore, even though so many of the plots sound so cool and the premises sound so cool. But I just know myself, and I know that more often than not, the younger tone and certainly the characters behaving how they tend to behave just grates on my nerves too much. Hi, baby. Oh, okay. She's like flopping on my arm. I'm gonna need my arm though, baby. Okay, sorry. Physical or audio? Physical, 1000%, especially for fantasy. Unless it is a reread, I can do a reread on audio, but man, a first time read, especially if it's a more complicated world or there's lots of characters, audio, I will be lost immediately. I'll just be off in La La Land and like, wait, who the fuck is this? What are they doing? I missed a whole chapter. Jesus Christ. I lose it. I can't pay attention to like all that stuff going on audio for the first time. So physical for sure. Person or object on the cover? I guess I don't really care. I guess typically object. The person, like it depends on how, like what the artwork looks like, you know? So I guess it just depends. I don't think I have a preference necessarily. High or low fantasy? I mean, I like both. I think I lean more towards high fantasy for sure when I think about like my reading taste and what I really enjoy. But I don't have anything against lower fantasy. I read that as well. So I don't have a strong preference, I guess. Quest or heist? Depends on how it's done for either, because so much fantasy has quest elements to it. But I think quest elements can more easily like not be done to my taste than like heist stuff. So I guess I prefer heist. Magical object or magical creature? I think magical creature. Because I love it when you have like an animal companion type of thing. But it's also really cool and there's like a badass magical like object or whatever. Yes, hi. Let's get her purse. Are you purring for the people? She is offended that I just moved my arm. Next, dark or whimsical? So many of these I'm like, oh, it just depends because I like both. I guess I tend to prefer dark because it tends to like impact me more, like emotional stuff. But whimsical is fun every now and then. But yeah, I guess I would lean more toward dark. The Chosen One or The Secret Heir? Ooh, I like both of these. These are tropes that I find fun. But I think The Secret Heir. Yeah, I think I prefer The Secret Heir. Political fantasy or fantasy romance? Like when I find a fantasy romance that I really like, I love it. But I have found that my taste tends to be, I tend to be really picky with fantasy romance. So I guess political fantasy. It's like I love a good romance. I love it. I'm like such a fucking hopeless romantic at heart, but so much like actual just fantasy romance ends up not working for me. So I guess political fantasy. Magic school or a retelling? Retelling. Magic school, like I've read books that have magic schools and that's fine, but they don't like do anything for me. I don't like them. I don't dislike them necessarily. It's not like I'm like, oh God, not a school, but I don't care. Like I don't like look for that. I'm not like, oh yay, a school setting. I don't give a shit. Assassin or magical being? Well, considering most of the time the assassin thing, they don't actually assassinate. So I guess magical being. And I do like that, like fae or vampire or whatever. I do like that. Fated mates or an arranged marriage? Fated mates. Fated mates for sure. 100%. Wise mentor or found family? I like both, but I feel like I'm leaning more toward wise mentor. Yeah, I'm leaning more toward wise mentor, but I do love found family also. Hi, baby. You are drooling. She is drooling all over my arm, my shirt. Thanks for that. Oh, you're just so happy that I'm home. Oh, you're so cute. I look crazy because I don't think you could see the cat, and I'm just like, I promise she's right here. Maybe you can see her. I don't know. Anyway, all right, that's all. Thank you, Andy, for making this little this or that. Like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already and you feel so inclined. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.